Hello, Internet, and welcome to Neon Souls. Thanks for joining us this lovely Friday evening. All of us made it here. Somehow, it's been a week. So yeah, thanks for joining us. We're playing the Sprawl. This is our 8th session of this. So welcome if this is your first time. We'll try to keep you in the loop. Before we get started, you just watched our pregame video with all the shows that we do here throughout the week. We have lots of fun streams that we do here almost every day, except for Mondays and Wednesdays. Our next stream after this one will be tomorrow. That will be Saturday night's Apocalypse. I run that. That's D&D 5th edition, and it's at 3 o'clock Eastern time. So come join us for that if you enjoy what we watch here today. Otherwise, our full schedule is below our faces. If you're watching us live on Twitch, if you're watching us on YouTube, head on over to our Twitch page, click that follow button, check out whatever our schedule is currently. I think that's it as far as announcements. We don't have anything new this week. Does anyone have anything? No, this is the one that I go around. For some reason, we got our camera shuffled though, so I'm going to fix that. But let's go ahead and start with GB. Go and introduce yourself while I figure out what the hell is going on.
Graybeard Tavern. Tonight I'll be playing Klaxon, the drone jockey driver of the crew, and I just got my third drone, the Chappie drone, which nobody likes because I describe it very spookily. I think that's it for me.
Oh, it's me. Hi, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at GreeSid, probably talking about being on here and shitposting. Next time you'll see me here will be on Sunday for Slang 101. We're going to get eaten by a Lishy. It's going to be great. Come check that out. But tonight, you know we are. Don't even look at me like that, Savvy. Tonight, I am playing Impulse, the reporter. Yeah, she's a sociopath who just, doesn't like corporations.
I think I'm next. I'm not looking at the thing. Hi, I'm Savvy at Savvy Seaworth on Twitter and everything else. You can find me here most days when this channel is live, and then when I'm not here on Friday afternoons at 3 p.m. Eastern time. For the next 3 weeks or so, I'll be on Encounter Roleplay with GB playing Apocalypse World in a show I run called Diesel Punks. And then on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern time, you can find me on twitch.tv/KoboldPress, where I'm playing in a Dungeons and Dragons game. It's called Lessons in Deep Magic, and we're using Kobold Press's new Deep Magic Grimoire. So come hang out there on Monday night and buy that book also. It's very good. But tonight, I'm playing Choke, the Killer.
All right, and I'm Morgan, also known as Imagine Matrix all over the internet. I play Clarity the Hacker on Neon Souls here, and recently on Wednesday nights, you can catch me on Smorgasbord Gaming, just playing some Portal 2.
Cool. Hi, I'm LB Hackemup. You can find me at LB Hackemup on the Twitters and the Twitch, where I play a lot of things every day. Except for tomorrow, I don't have anything. But you can find me here next on GGK doing Slang 101 with a lot of these lovely people. Tonight, I am going to be playing Swin, the Fixer, who had a great night.
And I'm running things out. I'm Sean. I'm the MC, the Crack King on Twitter. Let's go ahead and fix this camera stuff quickly. Can I get LV? Can I get you to turn your camera off and back on? And then can I get Morgan? And then Sid. Boom. Everybody's in the right spot. All right, cool. Do y'all know how that happened?
We helped.
All righty. Let's get back into the game and recap what happened last time on Neon Souls. So your crew had been investigating a job for Oracle, a hacker organization that Clarity belongs to. Some of their co-workers, affiliates at Oracle, had turned up dead and you were investigating how and why and who. You had found a apartment belonging to one of these dead Oracle hackers named Tal. You investigated some of what they were doing, the game they were playing. You found this system that they had been using, this new implant VR software or hardware that they had been using for this game they've been playing called Cyberscape. And as you were investigating this, due to some poor rolling by Clarity, you had been discovered, and Clarity almost got shot. Diving in front of her to get her out of the way. I think somebody successfully got her out of the way. I don't remember if that was Choke or Klaxon. Successfully dove, got Clarity out of the way. You all managed to escape the apartment. Choke got shot on the way out, trying to counter snipe this person. You attempted to find them, to lock them into the building across the street that they had been shooting from. Unfortunately, they escaped, seeming very skilled and prepared for this situation. Needing some regrouping, you head back to the workshop, where you had a surprise visitor. Klaxon, your friend Swin, a fixer, a knower of people within the dredge, dropped in, having recently heard news that you were dead, and wanted to know what the hell was going on. Swin, as it turns out, also was investigating some of these deaths, and you all teamed up to see how you would handle this, so how you were going to investigate this. You did a little bit more investigating, however, it was cut short as the workshop was besieged by Cyber Ninja, and Clarity was kidnapped. You tracked her down, following in a very dramatic car chase. Choke and Swin on Choke's motorcycle, Klaxon and Impulse coming up the rear in the tank. Clarity had a dramatic conversation with this person who identified themselves as Warlock. They identified that they had implanted you with a Cortex bomb, giving you a bit of a headache, and they gave you sort of an ultimatum that you would procure for them something called the Midas Drive from Oracle, and in exchange, they would not kill you. They also informed you during the conversation that they are the person responsible for taking your eyes. In a dramatic rooftop handoff, you all arrived as Clarity was let out of the car. This person, Warlock, escaping in their vehicle as Clarity explained the situation, advising you not to follow at the risk of her life. You all went back to the workshop where you decided to take a breather, figure out what we're going to do next. You called some doctors, potentially looking into some options to medically have this Cortex bomb removed rather than following this person's demands. And there was a little bit of something with Choke and Swin. And that's where we left off. And I think we'll pick up the following morning. Clarity, you wake, your head still a little sore, but better. The rest of you waking in your respective corners. What do you guys want to do? How do you guys proceed in your investigation, your mission here? I'll remind you that you essentially have two jobs right now. You've got your primary objectives, which is to find the person Oracle gave you, to find the person responsible for the deaths, deal with them. Now you have this job from Midas, or from Warlock, to find this Midas Drive. Both will give you XP, depending on which ones you guys want to pursue.
Well, Choke's not down there because she didn't sleep on the futon.
Nope. So here's my I think we'll set the scene of Impulse, Klaxon down in the conference room. I don't imagine Clarity comes out in the mornings for coffee and conversation. And yeah, Choke is not down there, and neither is Swin.
I think this morning Clarity does come out and is just kind of bleary-eyed and confused.
Hey, Claire Bear, you okay?
Define okay.
You well, you have a bomb in your head, and you kind of like literally passed out, fall down with that sleep patch. So you all right?
I forgot about that. Yeah, I was wondering how I got in my chair. Yeah, I think relative to the situation, I am okay. But yeah, haven't not yeah, it's not going great. It's not going great up in here.
Understandable. Do you want a centaur? I think we're gonna brainstorm a little bit.
Yeah, I'll have a centaur.
Okay.
And Klaxon rolls, kind of rolls out of his hammock in the Tortuga, and basically just in boxers, then steps in, pulls the coverall on like normal, puts his flak vest on over top, and then goes to get this like big heavy helmet, and he's like, because he was gonna see if Clarity would wear it in case her head explodes, it wouldn't get the rest of us. And then he's like, nah, if she goes, we all go, fuck it, and leaves the helmet in the Tortuga, and then clomps up the stairs to the office to get coffee. Do we have a kitchenette in the office, or is the kitchenette down in the main room?
Where would you guys like it to be? The office sounds appropriate.
Okay.
For clients. Why not?
All right. Yeah, so then Klaxon will clomp in and like mug. Glug 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 glug.
Clax, we kind of have to break into like a Soma hospital. What are you thinking?
I shouldn't have bought this building. I should have bought some more vehicles. Because we could do the whole, and he basically goes through the lineup of the scene from Firefly where they do the coffins and Jane can't remember the lines, kind of thing. So he's like, we could get an ambulance, and then we could pretend to be EMTs, because Klaxon is. And he's like, and we could pretend to be EMTs, and we could sneak whoever we needed to sneak in for whatever in the coffins.
We'll put it on the board. Yeah.
I mean, I know a doctor at Soma.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, how do you think I got these cyber eyes? I can't afford these.
Oh.
Even if they don't work all the way.
I never assume, with synth. It's, it's a personal thing, Okay. I mean, do they owe you one? Or, like you?
I think they would like to see a return on their investment at some point.
So if their eyes were blown up by a Cortex bomb, they probably wouldn't be down for that, right?
I don't imagine so.
That's good, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know. Mallory's kind of straight-laced and by the books. She's not really my type.
Everyone's my type, darling. She can't.
Sure.
Okay, I can work with that. Well, I say that is a really great start.
I assume we have a whiteboard. She writes on the whiteboard. It's a digital whiteboard. She puts it in the thing. It goes up on the whiteboard.
Smart board.
Smart board.
I think at this point, Swin slides into the room, like going for the coffee cup. Her hair's just like a little matted. She's
Good morning.
Oh, hi. Hey, coffee?
Yeah, right there. Brainstorm sesh. So, viability of breaking into a Soma hospital. Potentially, we have a doctor that may or may not be attractive. And otherwise, we're going to pretend to be bringing dead people in with an ambulance. Thoughts?
I got a list of people who work there from my friend last night. So, I mean, I have people we can talk to.
Oh, why didn't you say so? Okay. Puts that on the smart board.
Okay.
Yeah, will you go get Choke, please? Like, we kind of need all hands on deck here.
I don't want to wake her up.
Darling, that comes with the territory. Go get her. Thanks.
Okay. She moves out of the room, goes back upstairs, peeks in the door. Hey, Choke?
Just probably just asleep.
Moves in. I don't want to. Choke. Rubs her arm. Hey, buddy.
What?
They're having a brainstorm session downstairs and they want you to come down.
It's fucking early.
Well, it's actually not. We just stayed up really late.
Fine.
You want coffee? I'm gonna get coffee. Do you want coffee?
Sure.
Solid. Scoots back out of the room and back downstairs. Gets another cup of coffee going. She's on her way.
Clarity just leans over to Impulse and is like, did I miss something?
Oh, yeah, they totally had sex. It's a thing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So
it's
then I
about
guess like
time.
2 minutes later, Choke walks downstairs and they're all just sitting there in an intervention.
Yep, last of the party.
Here's your coffee. Slides it over.
Soma infiltration.
Body
Just,
bags.
you know, keywords. Just like, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Soma infiltration.
Death.
Okay, let's try to be a little bit more positive. Soma infiltration.
Dying.
Okay. Like you're coming. First thing that comes to mind. I enjoy that, but besides that,
In a headspace right now. That
understandable. Absolutely.
the
Maybe
only thing coming to
we'll
mind.
go with a different method.
Do you want happy? I have happy.
I don't know if that'll help. I feel like that's just gonna make everything go death but faster.
Fair.
Your
Fair.
happy and my happy are very different things, darling.
I don't know. I don't interact well with that stuff.
Yeah, no, I saw last night.
Yeah, it's I don't like using it, and when I have it, it's gone really poorly.
It's fine.
Say no more. Okay, maybe we're thinking too hard about this. Like, we already had the job with your oracle, right? To figure out what was going on with these other, employees of theirs. Well, we know this asshole put fucking bonds in their brains. So let's go tell them that. Also, this asshole you thought you killed is still alive. And he's still running around being an asshole. Job complete. And then, then we'll do the Soma thing.
I mean, I did tell Phoebus, but I don't think he would tell anybody unless I told him to tell anybody, so...
His lips are sealed.
So we're going to talk to the Oracle, or we have to go somewhere?
Well, maybe Oracle can help us out with this, other problem that we have, the bomb in the brain problem.
All right.
I can try and call Phoebus or Cassandra, or see if. Yeah, no one's seen Apollo, so I don't really think that's an option. Yeah, I think Cassandra's a little higher up than Phoebus, or at the very least, she can make sure that we get paid for a job.
Also viable. I'd say
Right.
go to the highest you can and then maybe urge them like, hey, asshole's out there, but maybe don't let him know that you're coming because I have a bomb in my brain.
Yeah, because I don't necessarily want to go straight to the AI, which I can't remember the name of.
Pythia.
Pythia. I knew it was Pythia, and I didn't want to say in case it was wrong. Yeah, so yeah, I don't think I want to go straight to Pythia because that's an AI, and for some reason AI and I don't really get along.
Just bad experience? Most of the AI that I've dealt with have been quite lovely.
I think they're assholes.
Oh. Well, to each their own, I guess. I think that's a solid start, though. At least, see if we can maybe get a little more, ammunition, as it were, with Oracle backing us on this.
Yeah, okay.
I have a very small question. Am I getting any kickback from helping with this mission?
Do you want to?
Yes. I would love to get paid to help. Especially since I was part of the bomb situation.
You staked cred like the rest of us.
Yeah, so you're in.
To be fair, that was for the other job.
Oh, well, if we got to stake anything on this next one, I'm down to one C.
Same.
Fine, by technicality, okay, you're in.
Okay, so should I contact Oracle or contact my contact at Soma?
I'd say contact your handler and let them know what you found out, get paid, then next steps, get the bomb out of your head. I mean, you can ask them about the Midas drive and see if they know anything.
Yeah, I asked Phoebus about it and he knew nothing, and I don't think Cassandra would know anything either.
I thought
Worth
we
a shot.
decided that was a bad idea
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they might just kill you.
Yeah, that too.
Hmm.
I would like to think they value me at some amount, but
They're an organization. They don't value anything but their bottom line.
that's true.
Isn't this an organization?
No, we're a
Autonomous collective or something.
We're a collective. There we go. Thank you.
It's
We're
really
con-
just like roommates who hang out
contractors.
a lot and sometimes get shot.
Yeah.
That's one way to put it.
But it's I prefer when we're doing the shooting myself. But
Speaking of which, somebody's got some old shit in the fridge. It's not mine, it's not Noodle, so no, it's not Clarity's.
and Claxon's like, wait.
If it's not green or not moving, just throw it out.
And Claxon goes and he takes care of it, even though he doesn't
Make
think
Chappie
it's
do it.
He thinks about that, and then he just is staring off in nowhere, and all of a sudden you hear well, actually, you probably wouldn't hear it. Just Chappie would come through the door
Show up. Oh God.
because he's a stealth bot. So yeah, he comes in and then with he's kind of dog mode, and then gets to the door, opens the door, and then one arm goes in and grabs whatever it is, and then it goes on 3 legs, switches, goes up to 2, walks over and goes to take it out to the trash. on
You
the
gotta
street.
put a bell on that. It's gonna get shot.
I've never experienced something so efficient and yet so terrifying.
I'm digging him.
Anyway,
All right.
it wasn't necessarily a pressing issue.
So, which phone call is being made?
Oh wait, have we totally put to bed the idea of faking the drive?
We don't know what's on it, right?
It would be a good reason to talk to Oracle about it though, because someone there does.
Okay.
Yes, that. Very smart.
Then
I just very much worry about them just cutting Claire off because she's dead weight instead of disclosing what their big Midas Drive thingy is.
Yeah, but if her Soma contact is as straight-laced as she says, they might just turn her in.
yeah,
Fair.
I don't know. Yeah,
It's a gamble.
Oracle in the past, like, you know, they're pretty protective of their hackers. I mean, they're not all just bad, but you know, I don't know. I guess I can see who I can talk to and see if anyone knows anything, or at the very least get paid. I guess I'll declare contact.
Okay. So, Cassandra?
Yep, Cassandra. When I thought of Oracle, I figured she would be like not top, but with what you've set up, like probably the highest person you could talk to within Oracle. That's not the AI or.
Yeah, I'm imagining these the like groups of hackers, because you have the whole organization of Oracle is sort of compartmentalized, where like you probably exist, like you and Phoebus and probably like 2 or 3 other hackers all report to Cassandra, who is the only person that speaks with Pythia, and you know there are probably like hundreds of other small groups like yours that you've never heard of. You have no idea who they are. You exist within your own little world there, and everything is done through Pythia, who is the only one that gets things from Apollo. So everything's compartmentalized. Nobody knows anyone else. Full autonomy. And
Cool.
also the ability to cut people off if they become too much of a liability.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So you call up Cassandra. Any like description for how you see Cassandra?
A little bit of like a hippie.
Okay.
She has like crazy curly hair. Kind of looks like she kind of is like Doc Ock from Into the Spider-Verse. Like that's how I'm seeing her in my mind.
Okay. So you video call her, go in your room, pull up the screen, video call her, and there's a bit of a moment. Then the screen lights up, and you get a nice like kind of greenish glow room. And I think she's sitting there, and she's got like a scarf on, has a cup of tea. She turns around in her chair, and she goes, "Oh, Clarity, how are you?"
Hey, Cassandra. So, we found out what was happening to those other hackers, so we thought we'd just turn in our information and, get that finished with.
Right. Phoebus told me you were taking the job. Hold on, let me pull up the contract. Right. So you've captured or dealt with the person responsible?
I didn't realize that was part of the contract. We just got the information, but if that's part of the contract, we can come back to this later.
That was part of the agreement. Well, I guess what information do you have? Who's behind it?
Well, if you guys can offer any help, that would be great. Well, his name's Warlock. You've probably heard of him.
I'm sorry. My mind's a bit fuzzy this early in the morning. Run that by me again.
Yeah, it's Warlock, you know, one that everyone thought was dead.
How certain are you of this intel?
Well, he kidnapped me and told me, so I'm pretty certain.
Kidnapped you, and you're still alive.
Yeah.
How?
He wanted me to do a job that I don't want to do.
All right. Clarity, this is a difficult situation. If you've had contact with the Warlock, you may be compromised.
Me? No, I'm not compromised. I'm not compromised. Don't worry about it. He ain't got nothing on me.
I'm gonna have you roll. I'm gonna have you roll a fast talk.
Oh no. That's a +0.
Because you want information from them, and you're currently lying.
That is an 8.
Okay. 8. So they do it, but they will find out about it. So I will advance the clock. All right. But for right now, she'll go along with you. She says, "Okay. I mean, I know you're capable. I'll take your word for it. I do a full scrub of your systems, though. Make sure that there isn't any. I don't know. Warlock was the only person that ever knew Apollo before they were left. So they were pretty high up. They know their stuff. So if they've made contact with you, very likely they're monitoring you."
Yeah, I've already done all that. Like, you know, I'm not dumb. He wanted me to get him the Midas drive, which I totally don't want to do.
What's the
I don't know
Midas drive?
But I don't know. I don't know. I was hoping you would know, but you don't know, so nobody knows.
I've never heard of it.
Cool. Well, then it's probably nothing big, nothing to worry about.
If it's something Oracle, if it's something that Warlock wanted, then it's probably something I'll relay this to Pythia immediately. We need to make sure that Apollo is aware that Warlock is still right. You stay on your location right now, and I will get back to you as soon as I have any word. I've got to relay this to Pythia right away. All right?
Yeah, tell Pythia I say hi.
Right, I will. Just keep your head low right now, okay?
Will do. Heads definitely low.
I will. I'll send you our file on Warlock right now. Just so you know. All right. Stay safe.
All right. Thanks,
She
Cassandra.
hits a button. The screen goes dark. And a few seconds later, you get like the Oracle's dossier on Warlock. So because you did roll a partial success, so they do give you some information that you can use. We'll essentially just call that intel. And if you have any questions, I can answer specifically. But I mean, yeah, it pretty much goes over what you'd expect. Warlock was one of the founding members of Oracle, along like pretty much like the second person that Apollo recruited, back when it was just like one group. They were eventually given their own team, kind of in the same position as like Cassandra now, except just had a lot more talent and was very well respected within the organization. And then one day there was a falling out, and that's all the dossier really talks about. But it kind of goes through their MO, kind of what they were known for. They were probably one of the best at breaking high-level encryptions and ICE. They did their own sort of ICE programming, and created some really nasty systems that are still or were used to protect a lot of high-level Oracle data, and sold to companies to use that. I mean, there's still a lot of people out there still using their programs.
Okay, guys.
Yeah,
Oh, good, you're here. I was about to hit the fire alarm.
we're literally 2 feet away from you. We're like right here.
I get impatient.
She has bad eyes.
Sorry.
She knows where we are.
And Klaxon leans over to Swin and is like, yeah, it was a good thing you went up and woke Choke up. Otherwise, she would have sounded the alarm. Choke would have killed her. It would have been a whole mess.
Never killed Clarity. Slowly torture her till she did what I wanted.
Oh, okay.
I'm joking.
Or
No,
you'd
yeah.
or you'd break the fire alarm again, and I'd have to fix it. Huh?
We own the building now. Why do you have to fix it? We don't.
Wait,
need-
no, you should break it because next time you can fix it, you can make it louder and make it blaze with different colors that I really
Oh
like.
no! If I'm breaking it, I'm breaking it.
Okay. Anyway, so there's some good news and some bad news. The good news is I know a little bit more about Warlock. The bad news is that still no one knows what the Midas Drive is, which means that only one of 2 people know, and one of them's not really a person, but Pythia and Paula, who run Oracle, would probably know what that is. And no one talks to Apollo, and barely anyone talks to Pythia, and I don't like talking to Pythia. I did so once and it was a terrible conversation. I would not recommend it. Anyway, yeah, so Warlock, he's this guy who used to work for Oracle, and he was one of the only people who knew Apollo, and now he's for some reason evil.
Right.
Do we know that Apollo's not Warlock?
I'm pretty sure that he's not.
That's fucking devious.
I've
I
never-
love
know
it.
him.
I've never met him. I mean, if he was, then why would he need to put a bomb in my head to get the Midas Drive
I
from
mean,
the organization he runs?
if Pythia is a good AI, maybe they're keeping Warlock out. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
And I mean, really, how do we know that Pythia and
Warlock?
no, the other guy,
Apollo?
Apollo, didn't have, like, they had a horrible breakup or something, and so they split, and now they're fighting over the Midas Drive.
Well, that'd be a bummer. I kind of like working with Oracle, so.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Me too. Total brainstorming, and I've only had 2 cups of coffee, so
Hmm.
Are there any more centaurs in the fridge?
There are 6 cases in the closet.
I'm not drinking them warm. They're disgusting as is.
And Klaxon comes back with a couple. Hands you one.
So really all this tells me is that I don't fucking trust Oracle regardless. Again, organization. So maybe we look at this whole break into Soma and get the bomb out of Claire's head thing now?
I don't think we have to break in. I think we just go talk to the... I could go talk to my contacts in there and see what they say.
Great. Yes. Sure. See? Delegation. Why don't you take care of that? That would be very helpful.
Cool. I'll go do that. She kind of stands up like she's a little sore and starts moving to the door.
Klaxon just chuckles at his friend.
Okay, so Swin wants to go to you want to go to one of the research facilities, like one of your contacts at or one of the
Yeah.
medical
I
facilities.
was given a list of people that Dr. Gill knew.
Yeah. And I think that was the one I was saying Dr. Zelda was the top of that list.
Dr. Zelda.
Yes.
If anyone would like to come with her, that's fine too. I didn't mean to get off my mountain.
Swin, you need a ride?
Yes, that would be great.
Cool. And the Tortuga, he Klaxon stands up and it warms up and just starts to hover before he even gets there because he's using his head.
Cool. When we get in the car and start driving, I think Swin will just be like, "Do you think that Choke is the marrying type?"
After one date? I mean, that's
Have
pretty...
you seen her?
I'm just saying.
Do you know the things she could do to a person?
I have seen it, not but other things she can do to people.
You don't let a girl like that go. That's all I'm saying.
Then you may have to put some time in. I'm just,
Worth the practice.
And Obs, you need to work out more. as he like purposely veers the thing.
Offended.
No, you look great. But I mean, Choke's going to put you through the paces.
Yeah, and I'm totally okay with that.
And Klaxon's just beat red. He's like, I didn't know any other way to see. You didn't know any other way to say it, kind of thing. All right, so, I mean, you. Other than Choke, what do you think of the rest of the crew?
Oh, yeah, they're all great. The Impulse is a little aggressive, but not just a more like protective. Clarity seems a little confused, like all the time, but nice.
Yeah, but when you point her at a system, man, she shreds it.
Always good to know a hacker.
So, am I taking you to like patient parking? What are we doing here?
I don't know. Where are we going, sir?
So I think the list that you have here, you kind of skim through it. But like I said, at the top of the list, Dr. Zelda is a Soma doctor and researcher that works within the like cybernetic implant and development division of Soma's research. They are pretty high up there, so getting an appointment with them might be a little difficult. But you know people, and you might be able to talk your way in. And you head off to the Soma, the arcology, where this facility, this medical research facility and hospital, is. So you guys come zooming up in the Tortuga. Probably go in through the patient area. There's like a reception area. Everything's nice and like pure white and clean, and everyone there is wearing like all the staff wear these pure white like scrubs and outfits and stuff. And I think as you enter, like a little like AI like panel kind of pops up in your face, this little like hologram, and the system says, "Welcome to Soma. Do you have an appointment?"
I'm here to see Dr. Zelda. I was sent by Dr. Gill.
One moment.
And when we were getting out of the Tortuga, Klaxon's like, so like, am I your bodyguard? And Klaxon is like 140 pounds and like 6 foot tall.
Yeah. I mean, you just be like my brother or something.
Cool. Whatever gets me in there. You think they're gonna, not let me?
Probably not.
He hucks the gun. He just like throws it into the Tortuga.
Do you want to say that you got Dr. Gill to try to make you an appointment with Dr. Zelda ahead of time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Speed things up.
Do you have any like moves for like facilitating, making contact with people and stuff, or I don't know what you've got?
I have hustling. People. Okay. Ooh, there we go. Oh, that's a lot. Yeah. I can start with 2 crew and 2 jobs from the list below. I bet. I don't know.
Yeah, that probably doesn't help. Let's do.
I also know people, but I've already done that.
Yeah. Let's do hit the street.
Okie dokie.
So let's roll plus style.
I have hard to find, so you keep a low profile and actively avoid people you owe. When you hit the street, roll a 7 to 9, choose 1 fewer result.
Okay.
So I'm rolling style.
Yes.
Okay. 9.
9. Okay, so you get 1 less result from the list. So you just pick 1. It's going to cost you extra. It's going to take time to put together. It's going to attract unwanted attention, or they're going to need something from you.
I'm going to say... Yeah, I need to help them out with something.
Okay. So... Alright, yeah. The system comes back up, so it says, 1 moment, please. Do you go by... Is your, like, ID Swin, or do you have, like, a...
No, it's Elizabeth Banks.
Okay.
It's not her real name, but that's...
Yeah. Positive says, Miss Banks, this way, please. And, like, there's, like, a line across the floor that begins to glow and kind of leading you through the hospital.
Ooh, this is nice, see? This is nice.
I like it.
You are led up to a lift, which takes you up to like the 17th floor of the building. Eventually, you're led into a large office, just a large white room. There's a single like reception desk and a set of glass doors across the room. There's a young man sitting at the reception desk that's typing away, barely recognizes you as doesn't even make eye contact as you come in, but as you're being led by this same glowing line, he just kind of says off the side, the doctor will see you now. Hits a button and the doors begin to open.
Sweet.
As you're led into the room, it's a rather impressive office space. Big glass panel wall depicting a nice view of the bay. Everything again is like chrome and white and clean. And currently sitting at the desk in their lab clothes, currently hanging on a hook on the wall. She's wearing a say like sort of a navy blue suit, like the future tech, like pop collar, kind of like aliens, and big shoulders, since we've already decided that that's the thing. And she's finishing up something, typing on her panel, and then swipes down the whole computer set, or the computer array sort of disappears into the desk. And this brunette, sort of middle-aged woman smiles, and she says, "Yes, Miss Banks, correct?" She stands and walks around the desk to you and extends a hand. Dr. Zelda.
Nice to meet you. I think as we're walking in, Swin is going to say to Claxton, can you just check to see if there's any like microphones and recording devices, any monitoring devices in there? So that I know how private the conversation is going to be.
And Claxon has Spider-Bot on the back of his tack harness, all splayed out, so it just looks like more tech attached to his harness.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they don't let klaxon into the like you're in the
Sure.
reception as the door comes in, so you're
Okay.
in the reception room there.
Okay.
But the two of you can be in communication, and you
Okay.
can do this.
Yeah.
So-
I do have the comms. That's right.
Yeah.
And so then Klaxon will just be like, I'll just jam everything.
Cool. Hi. What a pleasure. Dr. Gill had only nice things to say about you.
Right. We met at a conference last year. I was surprised when I got his call, actually. Said it was a bit of an urgent matter. Please sit. And she gestures towards the desk, and a chair actually like sort of rises up out of the floor, sort of assembling itself from the panels. And then it kind of as it's hovering there, you can sit in it. She goes and sits on her side of the desk. Said this matter had something to do with cyber implants. How can I assist you?
Yes. So I have a little bit of a delicate situation going on. There's a lot of people out there talking about new sort of tech that could be implanted. They have that new game out, that whatever the Lucid game.
Right. The Lucid VR set. I actually
Right.
consulted on that.
Right. So you know exactly how it works.
I would say so.
All right. Well, what if I said I know someone who might have a bomb implanted in their head? What do you think of that?
She doesn't, her expression doesn't change. And she says, you're talking about a Cortex bomb.
Yep.
That's, some black market tech. That's highly illegal.
Oh, yeah. How would one get rid of it?
Detonation, usually.
Can't be cut out?
She leans back. She says, that's really outside of my field. I don't deal in things like that.
But, I mean, if I'm going to have this done, I need to have the best hands at work, right? I was told that was you.
I don't know what kind of facility you think this is. This is a highly accredited research facility. We don't deal in...
The
we don't
room is
deal in
quiet, by
tech
the
like
way. You, no one's listening.
that. I have no idea what you mean.
I'm just saying, if there were listening devices in this room, they're currently not working.
I'm gonna have you roll a fast talk again.
Style?
Yeah.
A lot of style. Nope, that's mind. Style. That's an 8.
8. Okay.
So those
So
double
it's-
threes and panicked.
Yeah, so it's going to be the same thing as before, where if they do it, so we'll find out. Oh boy, this clock is ticking away. Okay. She looks around and kind of looks you over. Gil sent you, really?
I'll kind of twist his arm.
It's unfortunate for your friend. They aren't removed easily. I've never dealt with this tech personally, and I would deny any allegations that I had. But if I had, Soma does handle certain similar technologies. And, well, as I said, we consulted on the Lucid device, which, based on my limited understanding of these Cortex devices, these bombs, they function in much the same way. To have one removed is actually a fairly simple procedure. Could be done fairly quickly. The difficulty comes with having the right... How would I explain this? These devices don't come in one set, so I hear. Attempt to remove a embedded piece without the other piece. Things don't go so well for the patient.
Talking about the thing to detonate it, or like it has a twin out there?
Think of it as a key. Has to be connected before the bomb can be removed.
I see. So we'd have to find the key to get the bomb out. Assuming the key is probably with the person who has the detonation device.
Almost certainly.
All right.
Part of the implanting of the device is usually the removal of the key. Like I said, it's very complicated. It's in one piece. When it's inserted and removed, the key's left.
Right. It's like a pin to a grenade.
Yes.
See, I'm understanding. All right.
But think of this pin as a highly encrypted piece of software if it can't be replicated.
Oh, it can't be replicated, not even with a really good hacker.
There's a reason why corporations pay so much for these.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So if I can get the key, could I get my friend in for a lucid removal?
Hits a button on the desk and the panel pops back up again, her computer system. She hits a few. I see some openings in our books for tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow afternoon. Pencil me in.
What's the name of the patient?
Oh boy.
I'll put Jane.
That'd be great. Thank you. I'm not very good with the code names.
Right. She puts the panel back down, looks around for a second, and says, I don't normally give out favors like this, so I'm going to ask for something in return.
I can get you anything.
These devices, as I said, I don't deal with them, but from what I understand, they don't go missing easily if someone has their hands on them. Well, they shouldn't. You provide me with their information once you've located the key, so I can report it to the proper authorities.
Is there reading a person in this game?
Is there?
Assess that bitch.
Oh, yeah, assess. I was looking at it. My mouse was highlighting it. I couldn't see it. Yeah, roll edge.
Okie dokie. 8.
8. You get to ask one question.
Okie dokie. Ba-ba-ba.
If you can think of a question that's not on the list.
Yeah. What do I notice in an effort, despite the effort to conceal it? Like, what is she trying to hide anything? Like her intentions about why she wants to know the information about this person?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of subtext going on here, but I think you can gather based on the demeanor and when you brought up the Cortex devices, and she's obviously very familiar with these devices. You know, based on your understanding of Cortex bombs, they're very hard to get a hold of. That is high level black market tech. It takes a lot of cred to even get your hands on one. If somebody was able to get a Cortex bomb, they probably stole it from a Soma facility. She essentially heads this department. Her department is probably the one that it was stolen from.
Okie dokie. So Swin will just... Yeah, that's something I could do. Let me ask you, Doc. How many bombs have been stolen?
I'd have no way of knowing. Like I said, I don't deal with them. You'd have to find that out from whoever has the key. and I would appreciate that information as well.
All right. Guess we'll call it a deal then.
She stands up and leans across the desk to extend her hand.
Shakes.
All right. My assistant will see you out. She hits a button. The door's open.
Thanks. By the way, love that shirt on you. Looks great. As she's walking out. All right, Claxy boy, let's go.
All right. Claxon, you've just been sitting there, like, armed, like, again, with your vest and your gadgets and all that, just sitting on this, like, nice white couch. Or actually, no, it's probably it's like a little glass couch. And the assistant's just been typing away and, like, side-eyeing you every now and then, but has just been completely ignoring you.
And as soon as the door closed and she was in there, he, like, put his visor on, slouched down, and was like, using Spider-Bot on his back to do systems jamming. And then while he was sitting there doing nothing, Chappie was in cleaning the Tortuga, picking stuff up and dusting and that kind of stuff, because he had both bots going at once. Yeah. And then you're like, she comes out, Claxy, and he's like, all right, let's roll.
And as you lead, you just hear this little bit of a whirring as these small cleaning bots come, like, rising up out of the floor and begin to, like, clean off the area that Claxon was sitting and, like, the dust he's leaving with his footprint, with his boots.
Total grease. Yep.
Yeah. All right, and you guys head back to the workshop. While they were doing their thing, Clarity Choke, Impulse, any leads you want to look into? We can say, knowing this information, knowing what is kind of coming down the pipeline, is there anything you guys want to investigate?
Just stares at Choke, grinning from ear to ear.
Actively ignoring her.
Clarity's sadly eating noodles.
So
morose.
Well,
what?
Swin, come on, details.
What?
Do not leave me hanging like this. Come on.
Really?
Yes.
What? What do you want to know?
You slept in this morning, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, it was nice till you fuckers woke me up.
Well, there was business to be had, but hopefully it was worth it.
Yeah, it was.
And is it worth it enough for it to happen tonight too?
She said she wants to see me again.
That's good, right?
Do you like her?
Yeah. This is weird. Why are we doing this?
This is huge. This is amazing.
You're both just staring at me. I don't know what to do.
Start talking.
About what?
About everything.
I don't want to know everything.
No.
I do.
Doing that? No.
Sometimes I really think you're hopeless. All right. Well, 1, glad. 2, this whole Midas thing, like, it's very, like, mythological and everything. So, I mean, maybe we just go with that. Just, like, in general, see if, like, anyone is talking about anything like Midas, gold, any of that bullshit related. What do you think?
I guess.
I can look into it. I'm just...
Oh, baby doll, just take a break. You've got, like, a boom boom in your head. Just, have some noodles. Take a rest. I can do this. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. I'll
ask around if I need. Again, like, we'll ask for your expertise if absolutely necessary. You just, take a vacay, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I'll just relax best I can with a boom boom in my head.
Can we not? Can we not say that?
I'm not a huge fan of it either.
Say what?
Can we just say that I have a bomb in my head?
Yeah.
That's what I said. I'll ask around, okay? Jeez. So picky.
Should I be doing something?
Getting ready for tonight. Hey!
Clarity just like silently like holds out a hand for like a high five.
You fuckers aren't like spying on me, are you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
One of you said no.
Spying? Like, what?
I don't like to pry into other people's business.
No, but she does.
It's kind of what I do.
I'll have you stay out of my bedroom, thanks.
Your bedroom's in the middle of an open room. What do you expect?
I specifically went to one of the apartments upstairs, okay?
Well, yeah, but not at first. I'm gonna go make some calls. And she'll head back up to her apartment.
Okay.
I will do... What's my form of research? Let's pick this up. I think I've got a movie move here. I am... Okay. I'm going to use my 24/7 live feeds. So
Okay.
I will... That is still mind. Ooh, I also do have a hold. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'll just do my mind first.
I love running a system I've never played because you guys just say words. I'm just like, yeah, do it. I don't know.
Woohoo! 10.
Okay, what do you do on a 10?
So it's technically a research roll, so it's a 10 on research.
Okay. All right, so this is you get to research using you get something additional with your research.
Yeah.
or-
So yeah, 24/7 live feed is when I'm like searching the net. Basically, I get an extra intel, and I believe an extra follow-up question. Where's it
Okay.
close?
So yeah,
Take additional intel. Yes, you may always ask an additional follow-up, and on a 10+ take additional intel.
Okay. All right. So cool. So you get you get an answer to your question, and then you get one of the follow-up questions from the list. So what is your primary question here? What are you looking for?
Primary question is, I guess, where the fuck would I find this minus drive?
Okay. So I think you get on the net and you begin to. So I mean, having no idea where to look, you start like scrolling through tech forums, and it's not very exciting stuff. There's a lot of like technical jargon, a lot of lingo that I don't know if Impulse really understands. But you do know that like high level. I'm trying to think the best way to describe this. Something like this, which you're finding no reference of anywhere on the net as far as like what there's no populated results for the Midas drive. What you do find are forum discussions for like tech development by some like hackers or hackers like software designers looking for I'm trying to see the best way hardware which they would use to implement the creation of some higher level programs, things that do more you see these like future tech programs, things that do more than just like your typical software would do, things that impact multiple systems at once, can govern multiple systems, something like this. And I think through your research it kind of leads you into this line of thought of this is probably more than just a simple program. This is probably a piece of hardware. And it's probably something that has been developed through the collaborated efforts of a lot of different hackers. So, one, Apollo, another, potentially, Warlock might have been involved in this. There are potentially more hackers out there who may have been involved with the creation of this drive. And I think that's where you begin, is don't look for the drive, look for who might have had the skills to make something like this. What's your follow-up question?
My follow-up question would be what do you think, friends? A little help.
Phoning a friend?
Yes,
All
I'm
right.
phoning a friend. Take a look at research. What do you think is most helpful?
Yeah, I liked where would you find, and then
Yeah.
Maybe who or what is related to? Like maybe one of the big corps has more info on it?
I mean, if we're gonna do the job, this is just my thinking. How secure is it?
That is a good point.
That's
Okay.
true.
I mean, if all the rest of that, they'll come to us once we have the golden ticket in our paw.
That's fair. Okay, yeah. How secure is it?
Okay. Operating in the assumption that this is something that Oracle has, you would gather that the person who would probably be holding on to something like this would be Apollo themselves. Number one form of security is anonymity. You don't know who this person is. The only person who does is Pythia. You'd have
It's
to
an
hack. You would have to somehow hack, or you wouldn't be able to convince an AI to do something. You would have to hack this AI to backtrace Apollo's location. On top of that, Apollo, as the leader of one of the foremost hacker organizations in the city, let alone the country, they probably have some high level security, if not security guards. So you have that to contend with too. But just finding out where they are is probably the highest form of security that they have is their complete anonymity.
Okay.
They work out of the back of the Mr. Convenience.
All right, and I take 2 intel. Woot!
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Well, I don't have very good news for our friend with the boom boom in her head, but
Yeah.
maybe folks have better ideas.
And we've never really gotten into, spending intel and stuff, but like revealing knowledge, you could spend that intel to essentially declare name somebody who you want to go investigate, like name a hacker that you think might have knowledge of this drive, since that's what it was related to your research of. So if you want to pursue those leads using the intel that you got, that's kind of how you would do it.
Okay.
So.
All right, I'll reconvene with the Frans.
And we'll say at this point, unless there's somebody else wanted to do, you guys, Swin and Klaxon, return in the Tortuga.
Real quick, just a couple of statements as we're driving along. Klaxon says, it's kind of cool. We were just starting to worry about Choke.
Why?
Well, because she hasn't seen anyone or doesn't talk about dating. And so we were just starting to make, well, Impulse was starting to worry and make jokes and whatnot, pick on her for her lack of dating.
I don't know if Choke's the kind of girl that you take on dates.
Well, I mean, even hookups. One of our first missions, we were trying to hook her up with the bodyguard of the guy we were after, and then he was the murderer. He was going to kill the guy anyway. It was nuts.
Why are you guys so concerned with each other's sex lives? When was the last time you got laid, Claxton?
A while.
Come on.
I don't think you'd have to roll to manipulate to get it out of him.
I'll do it.
All right. He's like, it's hard to date and stuff.
Would this be a fast talk?
This would be a fast talk.
Get hecked. That's an 8. Yeah. I'm asking. Who?
All right.
For PCs, you get to choose whether you do it or not. Let's see. If you do what they want, you mark experience. If you don't do it, let's see, then you have to act under pressure.
All right. All right, hold on one moment. Sid, just to confirm, after a shopping trip, we got together, right?
What?
Was that a thing? I thought you said that like 2 episodes ago.
What?
No?
She's not gonna bang anyone on the team.
Oh, good.
No.
Okay, so I misheard
She has
you.
standards.
No, I have
Everyone
standards.
I completely misheard you one episode then.
No, anyone she bangs is expendable. No, you're her friend.
Oh,
No.
good. Okay. Then Claxon has not in a long time.
Well, then why aren't they on your case?
Because I keep quiet and I'm in the background. I don't know.
Well, maybe I'll remind them.
Great. Thanks. Good friend.
Hey, you're welcome, buddy.
And he starts thinking, oh, fuck, how am I going to get out of this? Who am I going to call? I'll fake it.
Hey, if you want someone to hook up with, you know I got girls and guys. So, like, just give me your price range, really.
Oh, yeah. Driving now. Oh, lots of traffic.
Hey,
and he swerves
so
into
nice.
He swerves into traffic. So he has to pilot. Even though he doesn't have
There's some screeching outside as the Tortuga comes wheeling into the garage. Or zooming into the garage.
Choke's lifting weights, because that's usually what she does when everyone else is talking to people.
Well, I hope they got info, because I've got, well, lack of info, which I guess is info, sort of.
I never really know what you're talking about, 100%.
I feel like I'm very clear.
You're not.
Put another 10 on there.
Oh, fuck you.
Fuck you. Levio. What'd you find?
Claxon hasn't been late in a long time.
What?
We know.
I thought you and Scoots were a thing.
What? No. No way.
No. And then he turns really red, but it's not about Scoots.
So, talked with the medical professional. Apparently some nonsense has been going on over there that they want to keep off the books. But if we can get the key, which is like the encrypted grenade pin, to the bomb that is in Clarity's head. Apparently, it's super easy to get out, and we can do it tomorrow. We just need that, which would probably be with Warlock.
Great, the guy we can't track.
Right. Well, all I've got is whatever this Midas thing is big. It's more than just a drive. It is probably a drive that, powers all of the drives. And there's probably a handful of hackers that actually know what it is and what it does. One of which for sure is Apollo, who no one knows where he is.
There's a lot of people who we don't know where they are, but we need to get to, huh?
Do you think Pythia knows where he is?
Yes.
And you know where she is?
Yeah.
Or at least how to get a hold of her.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's a little harder. I mean, I don't necessarily need to get a hold of her. Like, she has the information. She's not going to give it to us.
Would she give it to a good friend?
No, she's an AI. She doesn't have friends.
I mean, could she be tricked into giving it to the appropriate person?
No, I think we really need to talk about this AI hang up that you have.
They're just not nice.
I
Are
know
they not
plenty
nice,
of
or-
nice ones.
Or do you just not like Pythia?
They're literally programmed to be just as nice as,
It's fake
flesh
niceness.
and blood.
It's not real niceness.
I'm fake niceness and you hang out with me.
Yeah, but you're fake nice, real nice. Fake real nice. Real fake nice.
Okay, now I'm confused.
Please don't think too hard about it. I'm afraid you're gonna make your head explode.
Wait,
No.
which one? What's happening?
Yeah, whose head's exploding? Because I think that's mine.
I've got that helmet and the Tortuga.
I don't think that's gonna help.
Could we get the information from her somehow?
Oh, I've kind of sucked at hacking recently. I don't know how well that would go.
What
Maybe
if
get
we
help?
knew someone that works well with AI?
I mean-
Like another AI?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Do we know another AI?
I don't know any AI.
I use an Intel.
Yeah.
Like to use an Intel to track down an AI that's good at hacking AI.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
So you're going to use reveal knowledge, spend your intel, and you're going to name, essentially using it to declare a sort of a contact, which is I'm good with that as an option for intel. So an AI system that specifically hacks other AI.
Other AI.
hacker.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say this would be pretty black market stuff. This would be more criminal elements. But yeah, let's say you have a name in mind.
For the AI?
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible, but sure. Sodom.
Sodom. Okay.
It's like SODOM, like it's an acronym,
It
but she doesn't
stands for
bother with the
something.
acronym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
All right,
Sean,
I'm mad.
sometimes it's not as fun for you when we make everything up.
Sometimes. All right. AI. So I'll find a board.
While you're noting that down, I have a chat redemption
Oh boy.
from your friend of mine, Mecha Spider. It is
Thanks, Mecha.
a payday, so a gear for Clarity to help. So hopefully he says, I send help, so hopefully her head doesn't go boom boom.
Yay! Thanks,
All right.
Mecca.
So, yeah, you know about this. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You know about this program. You know that you can, this wouldn't be like making contact with someone. This would be about just probably Clarity getting into the dark web and actually like requesting this assistance, essentially from another hacker. They could get you this information. It's going to cost you cred.
How much crud?
A good hacker, a high level hack like this, I'm gonna say 5.
Oof.
I can do that. I have 13 cred.
I forgot
What?
you can buy like literally anything.
Clarity's loaded because she only spends her money on noodles.
Oh, I forgot. Fuck. Okay.
Noodles and knives.
I was gonna say noodles and knives.
Knives and noodles. Noodles and knives. I mean, literally, she'll say that. Like, what? Holy shit.
Yeah, well, I just like to save money.
Okay, we're gonna do a vlog about frugality. Like we're gonna do this together, but that's a later thing. Okay, let's talk about the now stuff. Okay. Yeah, if we can get in touch with this, I think it might solve a lot of our issues. We track down Apollo, we figure this shit out.
Yeah, okay. Sure, yeah, okay. Let's we can do that.
Are you still
Okay.
sore about having to deal with an AI? Is that what this is?
It's not my problem isn't exactly with it is with AI. I don't want to sound prejudiced. Listen, it's not like that. It's just that they have they freak me out a little bit.
It's a phobia.
I'm used to my computers functioning away and not talking back.
You know, this explains a lot. We'll talk later.
Yeah, I don't really like to talk about it.
So, if I were to make Chappie autonomous, that would be bad.
Yes. Oh
That
my
would
god. No.
Probably the worst thing you could possibly do.
I don't know, he's kind of growing on me.
Klaxon takes a thing and puts down a note.
It's kind of like having a dog.
Very cool dog.
Have you ever had a dog? Because dogs aren't really like that.
No, I haven't.
Do you
need
want
to
a dog?
get
I could get you a dog.
Ah.
I mean, I know of places that have. So what are we doing?
We're getting a hold of this AI and we are finding out where the fuck Apollo is.
Cool. Solid.
And we're ordering a choke, a purse, so she can carry her little dog in it.
Please. An Irish wolfhound is what I was thinking.
See,
They-
that's a good
that-
dog.
That'd be hard to put in a purse.
I don't carry a purse. I carry a
Imagine
bag
you-
with a bunch of guns in it.
That's
You guys are having this conversation as you're walking up towards the conference room to make the contact with this AI.
Klaxon was gonna punch you in the arm like he would do with an army buddy, and then realizes that he's like this big, and she would crush him. So yeah,
We're all adorable.
So you arrive. So you go upstairs and you guys close the blinds because you're doing super illegal stuff. Clarity, you get on the console in the main office, and you. I'm not gonna have you roll to log in for this, but because this is something pretty easy for you to do. But you find this system on the net that Impulse has pointed you in the direction of. I'd say like essentially you reach this firewall and this paywall essentially, and before you're even able to make your request, they require the payment in advance. It's all fully automated by whatever this program is. So you spend 5 cred.
Yep. I should set something like this up and get paid to hack.
You could totally do that. As the payment is accepted, sort of runs your accounts, and essentially this black screen sort of burns away on the display, and until there's just this like kind of fiery red display there, and you just hear in this sort of deep synthetic voice speaking out over the monitor. It just says, "What is your request?"
Well, what is our request, Impulse?
Find the hacker Apollo.
Okay, yeah, find the hacker Apollo.
And as that happens, as you make that, the fire just sort of burns for a second, and then the screen goes black. And you guys have to wait for a little while, getting coffee, small talk, whatever you do.
I made up the acronym also. It's total gibberish, but it works. Self-ordering driver-operated modem. Sodom.
Cool. And finally, you receive a... I guess we're just going with email again. And Clarity, you receive a location sent to you within about 30 minutes. And you're given the location of a sort of a residential area in across the bay. So the White Tower area. And it is marked as Olympus. And you now have the location of Apollo. And that's where we're going to go ahead and take our break. Come back and decide how you guys are going to, I guess, heist this drive. Or decide whatever you're going to do. Because you guys pivot all the time. And leave me picking up the pieces. So let's we're gonna take our break, everyone. We'll be back in a few minutes to pick this up and see what the crew decides to do. So hang out with us, and we will see you real soon. And welcome back, Internet. I saw that LB trying to shove food in your face before we went back live. Thanks for hanging out with us on our break. We're just going to jump right back in because we got a lot to cover. So, you know the location of Apollo. You know they live on Olympus, if you didn't before. But yeah, no, you know the location of Olympus now, Apollo's residence, and potentially some other leads. So I guess the real question is, what do you guys want to do?
Hey, I was just thinking about something. I mean, we've figured out that this Cortex thing and the key are connected, right? I mean, and we can't jam the signal because blap, and we can't kill him because blap. But could we maybe track the signal back? Find out where Warlock's at?
That's a very interesting idea.
See, that would require more hacking, which I'm apparently not great at right now. I'm a little nervous about doing something wrong and exploding my head.
Can someone help?
Would Apollo help
if we were doing him a solid, like
Like, not
going to
killing
track
him?
down Warlock and kill him.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
I was just thinking we could threaten to kill him, and then
I mean,
well,
that works too if it comes down to it.
it usually works for me.
I really don't want to threaten my boss because I really like this job with Oracle. But
Well, then you're a valuable asset, and he should try to protect you. There.
I hope.
it.
And help us
so.
help him.
Right.
him.
I have a similar but different question. Impulse, did you do a costume change?
I'm sorry, what?
You just look. I feel like I've seen you in like 5 different outfits today.
She likes
I have
wigs.
no
Claxon's
idea what
like
you're talking about.
She likes wigs.
waving you off from behind.
Wait,
I mean, you look good. I'm just.
I know.
Impulse wears a wig? I thought her hair just did that.
It does, darling. It does.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so Apollo.
Just silence.
Yeah, we should, like, I'm kind of excited to meet him. I mean, it's been like a really long time working for Oracle. No one's ever met him, and he's been like super cool and is like the hacker dude. But also I'm afraid he might want me dead if I show up at his place. So,
What are we gonna offer him?
I assume he wants this warlock dead since he wanted him dead that long ago.
Well, I didn't know if it was just that or.
Well, particularly since he's trying to get the Midasy thing.
Okay. So do you want me to go in with you with all the guns or stay outside?
Yeah, how do we want to approach this?
Because I got a new one.
You do got a new one.
Have you seen? You saw the new one.
We've all seen the new one. You want to show us again?
I'd like to see it again.
You can show us again.
Go get it. Brand new shiny sniper rifle. I'm very proud of.
It's a piece of work.
Are you
Top
gonna
of the
name
line.
it?
Should name it.
Clutch.
Hawkeye?
Darlene?
Oh, good one.
You know, let's go with Darlene if it makes you happy. Impulse got to name the bike, so.
My suggestion would have been Endaigucha, which is Japanese for long-reaching splat. But, you know, it's just a thing.
I think I saw an anime called that once.
I'm thinking. You go in, tell Apollo what you know, tell him that this warlock, you met him, and we can figure out a way to track him. See what he says there. If he's into it, then tell him we need his help. If he's not into it, then we'll do something different.
Tell him we have Darlene aimed at his head.
Again, I would prefer we don't kill my boss or maim
It's just
him
plan
or
B.
okay.
I would say C.
C.
So
It's not
plan
A.
I talk to him,
Meet your idol. Get some face-to-face time.
make him really mad because I found his hideout.
Or make him really glad that you are
Impressed.
so awesome that you tracked him down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Plus, we're doing him a favor by like telling him about warlock. Because what if he doesn't know?
True. Okay.
And then B is he's not into it and we do something else. And then C is blado to the boss.
Mhm.
Well, C is tell him.
Oh, talk smack, not just destroy him. Got it.
D
That
Thank
is a
is the
great.
shooting.
I'm very glad we cleared that up because guns.
D is the actual.
Clarity, if you want me to go in there with you, I'm pretty good at coming out with plans on the fly.
I mean, can you all come with me?
I mean, if you want.
Not if you want me to use the big gun.
Oh yeah, so no, Choke has to stay outside.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, it's probably best to have some people outside. I mean, that's how we've ran most of our missions.
Ooh, I have an idea. Clax, can you be outside with the big gun? And that's also part of Plan C?
Yep. And
Plan
then-
C is threaten him with the big gun. Plan D is Darlene.
Are we talking about
D
the
for
same
Darlene.
one that took out the balcony and shot me in the back a bunch of times?
Yeah. You'll be far away. You'll be behind it.
But we will be in the room.
I said we'd threaten with the tank gun. Plan D is still Darlene.
Cool. Let's just assume that this guy has like eyes everywhere around his place of residence. So maybe not bring the tank.
Well, I
I
mean,
thought it folded in.
I like
it does. It does. And we need a ride. You know, we all
Sure.
got to take motorcycles.
Just saying. He's gonna see us coming no matter what. So let's just go. You know what? Let's go. Plan A, Plan B, wing it, and then we'll just go from there. Yeah.
Yeah, she's getting the hang of it, I think. I think we're rubbing off on her.
Mm.
Shotgun!
The
All
other
right,
tank comes up.
You all load up into the tank and head out from the workshop. You reach the bay and you cross the bridge over towards the arcology that is colloquially referred to as the White Tower. As you enter this area, I mean, it is stark difference from what you expect. I think you were on the outskirts, kind of like the suburbs of this area previously at, was it Chaz Mumford's apartment. But when you're following these directions that you've been given by Sodom, this residential area, I mean, it is unlike anything you've ever seen because it is green. There are plants, there are trees. You do not see two houses at the same time. Everyone is so far away from each other. And you sort of climb like these winding roads and these beautiful sprawling estates. Some of them are built on these like dunes and look like deserts around here. And some of them look like have these like Arctic environments. Like everyone has their own personalized ecosystem around their home. And as you follow the directions to Olympus, you reach these like white cliff sides. It abuts the bay itself. You can see the waves below of the non-polluted portion of the water that sort of washes up against these beaches. And you can see perched on the cliffs a beautiful kind of minimalistic white estate. Everything's made of like this white concrete, clean lines, angles, and you approach this gate that surrounds this silver gate on the probably still about half a mile down from the city, or down from the manor. And as you come pulling up to this gate, you see detaching from both sides these two like chrome orbs that come hovering down, one on either side of the tank. Roll down the window, I assume, and you hear through the speaker system, "Who are you?"
Clarity just leans up through the center console and towards the window and is just like leaning over Claxon. It's just like, "Hi, I'm Clarity."
Yeah, literally as the window was coming down, Claxon had the seat reclining electronically because he wasn't going to do the talking.
Clarity,
Mm-hmm.
you have an appointment with Master Apollo.
Yes. I mean, he doesn't know that I have an appointment with him. Oh, he does know that I have an appointment with him.
I have you scheduled. You may enter.
Oh, okay, great.
And the gates begin to swing open.
Clarity, do your eyes have recording devices in them?
I don't think that's what I put in there. Hold on. My eyes. Hold on. My goggles. I need to upgrade my eyes at some point. Goggles have thermographic magnification. Oh, my goggles record.
Right. I'm wondering if he can watch through your eyes, because mine are encrypted. No one can get in them.
Oh, I'm pretty sure mine are encrypted. They should be.
Probably something good to check out. Just
Yeah. I'll ask Mallory at some point.
slides into the back seat.
As game mechanics, you would have had to have chosen that as one of your tags. Like my
Yeah.
my visor's encrypted.
I'll have to upgrade that at some point.
You follow up this drive to the manor. These two chrome orbs following alongside the Tortuga the entire way until you reach the center drive. This circular driveway that comes up to the front entrance of the manor. There's this beautiful fountain, marble fountain in the center. Cascading water down, causing like this the prismatic effect, these like rainbows to shoot off. Again, everything's beautiful and clean and organic around here, which is very off-putting to probably a few of you, at least. And as you come pulling up in front of the house, you can see standing at the door is a figure, a gentleman wearing a white suit. He's thin, older, probably in his late 50s, definitely graying. Is a kind of a mid-length hair that is combed back, very well styled, wearing these minimalistic thin glasses, and he stands there with his hands in his pockets, sort of watching as you approach. And the orbs come floating up, one of them sort of interposing itself, kind of hovering around between the Tortuga and the door, the other one on the other side. You would know these are high level, like I think Klaxon, you would know these are high level, like Atlas grade drones. That could probably incinerate any of you in an instant. Who's going into the house? Or are you guys all getting out of the car, filing out of the car?
No, I've gone somewhere else.
So Choke, you're not with the. Are you doing a covert entry?
Going to stand Overwatch.
Okay. So
Now
you
I'm playing
did.
driver.
This is why I got this gun.
So Choke, I assume you ducked out of the car at some point before you arrived at the gates.
Yeah. No, you know what? I would have taken the bike
Okay.
so I could get to them quicker if I needed to.
And you parked down the hill from the
Somewhere else.
the gates at some place. I'm gonna have you roll to act under pressure.
Jeez. Da-da-da.
She's so cool. She's so cool.
She is really cool.
She is pretty cool.
11.
11, perfect. You do it, no problem. So you have, I think you left probably an hour before anyone else. You arrived, parked your car off of the drive, and have like hoofed it up the cliff face. You actually had to sort of like climb some of the cliffs and the trees to get up there, and you're kind of sweaty, and you probably have a little bit of like you've like Arnold Schwarzenegger smeared mud on yourself and stuff to hide yourself from any security systems. Yeah, and you're
Swin
currently
is so pissed she's missing it.
yeah. You're currently perched up in a tree at eye level with the house. Your gun has, what are the tags? Because I know you've got some fancy scopes and stuff on it.
No, it's just a standard sniper rifle.
Oh, is it? Okay,
It
I didn't know
is.
if it.
Far, but it's also loud, I think.
Okay.
Is far extra loud and clumsy.
Okay. So you're not going to be able to keep eyes on them once they're in the house, but you can see them right now. And you can see this person standing at the doorway who you assume to be Apollo. And the rest of you, as you file out,
You can't see
Klaxon,
them at all when they're in the house?
you'll probably be able to see if they come up to a window.
Well, yeah, I'm assuming there were windows on this house.
Yeah, you're not going to be. I didn't know if you had any like infrared scanning or anything like that on your. Okay, your line of sight is going to be limited. The rest of you know this. You know where Choke is positioned, and it's a lot of like big open windows. It's not. It's a modern style home, so the rest of you can kind of keep an eye out. But that's going to inform the difficulty if it does turn to a shootout. So anyway, Clarity, Impulse, Swin file out of the car. The men stand there, still hands in his pockets, and kind of looks over and says, looks to you, Clarity, says, Clarity, right?
Yep, that's me. This place is a lot fancier than I was expecting. I mean, you're super fancy and stuff. I just kind of thought you were kind of like the rest of us, you know, living it up in the dredge.
Why don't you come inside and we can talk about this more? I'm sure there's a lot that might surprise you. He turns and begins to head into the house.
Good start. Keep him talking. He's a little old, but you know.
Okay.
All right, you guys file inside into this again, this sprawling manor. To not overstay the welcome of the description, everything inside is like very open and clean and minimal. There's no art, photos, or anything like that. It's just very just hyper utilitarian. And as it leads you towards like the back, which is sort of the kitchen area, it's just this long L-shaped steel counter, and he waves a hand over it, and one of the panels sort of opens up, and these steel glasses come like ascending out of it, sort of fabricated through like nanotech, forming a couple of cups, and then the same sort of nanotech forms a spigot, and it begins to fill one of the glasses. He says, anything to drink?
Water.
Fills his
Scotch,
own
please.
glass.
I'll have what she's having.
Right. Slides the water over to Clarity. Water for himself. And then turns back towards the cabinet and pulls out, and like this wall slides open, and there's just this massive liquor cabinet there, and it goes over a listing of scotches, some 2 or 3 times as expensive as what the one that you lost, Swin. I assume you picked the most top shelf one that you can see.
No, Swin actually has a very good taste for like. She know, like as he's rattling them off, Swin's like understanding what he's saying. She's not just like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. So she's gonna pick her favorite one, which is not like the best tier one. It's probably like one up from the one she had.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Pours a drink for Swin. Something equally fancy for Impulse. Does Impulse just go for whatever the most expensive thing on the shelf is?
Impulse is getting the idea that Swin knows what she's doing, so she's gonna have what Swin's having.
Okay. Pours you drinks and walks over to the back where there's this a panel, is a wall that was there before, and then goes transparent. And Choke, you can see this from outside. One of the walls goes transparent. You can see like the back patio. There's like a large like lap pool back there that abuts the overhang that over this cliff's edge, and he's looking out the window here, and you have a pretty good view, Choke, of where they're at right now. And he says, "So, Sodom.
Yeah, wasn't my idea.
Nasty bit of tech. We allow it to continue to function. It has its purposes. But you had to know it wouldn't be that easy.
Yeah, I was a little surprised.
You were flagged as soon as you made the request, of course. I allowed it to go through under encrypted channels because I had received some interesting reports from Pythia regarding contact that you had made with Warlock.
Yeah, I don't like him. Mm-mm.
Few people do.
So... Listen, I think you're like super cool. I don't know if that's like the proper way to phrase it. And I really like Oracle and I like working for you guys and I really want to help. But I've been kind of... All I really want to do right now is take Warlock down. He kind of did this to my eyes. So
I'm
that's
aware.
the whole thing. Well, yeah, of course you're aware. You know everything. So how can I help you guys the best while still not being taken down by this guy?
I assume you know she has a bomb in her head, right?
It did pick up on the scanners when you entered the property. Cortex bombs are difficult to disarm. I assume you know this already, or you wouldn't be here.
No kidding.
I have
I'm afraid
surgery
there's-
lined up, but we don't have the key.
Right. Well, you're further ahead than I would have anticipated. Warlock has the key. You need me to give you something to make contact with Warlock. The Midas Drive.
Yeah, though I kind of figured that's not something you just want to hand over to him.
No. I've gone through great lengths to keep the drive from him for some time now. I have no intention of turning it over.
Yeah.
Do you have a way of at least, like, I don't know, pretending that you handed it over long enough for us to get the key to, you know, get the bomb out of her head?
What if you created a drive that looked enough like the Midas drive, but gave you access to all of the systems, so as soon as it comes online, you can just take over?
You are so fucking devious. I love it.
Thanks.
That's not a bad idea. I could fairly easily fabricate something like this. The only downside is it'll get you in the door. I doubt Warlock would go so far as to connect something to his personal network without running it through a litany of scans beforehand. Plus, there's a matter of what's in this for me. I'd be sticking my neck out. Any information, anything I let you leave here with, even letting you be here and then leave, imposes a great risk on me.
You wanted him dead, right?
I do.
Something that we could do.
Which is why I have you here in the first place and why I let you in the gates. If you are unable to dispatch of Warlock if you fail where others have failed. I'm afraid that, well, the knowledge you have would be too great a liability for me at that point.
Kill Warlock or you kill us. Is that what you're saying?
Unfortunately.
This is always the way when I come up here.
Well, it looks like I have a double death sentence, so might as well.
How about we sweeten the deal? If we can't get Warlock, maybe we get something he has. I have no doubts that if we can get in the same room, well, if one of us can get in the same room with Warlock, he is definitely dead. But he stole a bunch of head bombs. Probably has a lot more. What if we could get you something like that? And even if we do kill him, we could use those as a sweetener on top of the deal.
Again, we're really trying to get that bomb out of her head undetonated. So, maybe you get it afterwards. Along with anything else we find. You know, the juicy stuff.
Who wants to roll to fast talk?
I can.
I can help if you want. Go for it.
Let's go. Style. 9.
Somebody want to try to help to get that up to a 10?
Ooh, I have no links with you, girl.
Yeah. So you could roll. It'd just be a straight roll.
I'll try.
You can do it.
Oh, fingers crossed. Well, I leveled up.
6.
Yeah.
Well, the 9 still stands. That doesn't undo the 9 there.
Yep.
All right. Thinks for a second. He says, "Here's my counter offer. The tech. Anything you find, you turn over to Oracle. Bring me Warlock alive. We need to know what they have. I have people that can extract that information. And I'll make this even more simple. I'm not very keen on death threats. But I am in possession of a great amount of information. In fact," and he waves a hand, and you can see a screen sort of materialize in air and the holographic projection, and a flat, like a screen after screen after screen kind of pops into place, and all of it dealing with it's like photos and reports and inquiries, all of them relating to catechism, a lot of them relating to impulse. It seems there are people in very high places that are looking for information on your group. If you fail, this information goes public. Well, it ends up in the hands of people that know what to do with it. I don't like death threats, but I do deal in blackmail very frequently.
So secondhand death threats. Ooh, really a step up. I don't like your idol, Claire. Sorry.
It's the way the world works.
Yeah, it kind of is. I think it's brilliant. Good job.
Yeah, we'll see. Fine.
But I'll make you a counterpoint, is that if you succeed, I can make some of this disappear. As a form of payment for your services. Knowing that if you ever leak the location of my estate, my identity, or any of that, well, then we end up right back here.
I mean, I won't tell anyone. But
She really won't. But, you know, I mean, we're not going to say anything because, you know, I like living. But if you're going to go by Apollo and live in a place with ionic columns, a little on the nose. People might pick up on that. Free tip.
I'll keep that in mind. It's served me for a few decades now, so.
I like it.
I'm not telling anyone. I live like 5 blocks down the way, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, like I'm going to say shit either.
Okay, so we'll do this, but we need to get to Warlock first.
Right. The Midas Drive.
Well, let's think about this. She has a bomb in her head, sending out a signal. We can trace that signal back to where he is. Don't even need the Midas Drive if we do a quick assault. Do we want to dupe him, or do we want to hit him hard and fast?
Why not both? I mean, we don't necessarily need to trace him through my head if we have Midas Drive, but we can still try and lure him out with a dupe. Once he figures out it is a dupe, and then he just activates the bomb, and then I'm dead anyway.
Yeah, again, the hard and fast thing. Dead man's trigger, as in when he becomes a literal dead man, she dies too.
Right, we're not killing him though. Apollo wants him alive. Apollo, can you make a fake Midas Drive that we can try and dupe him for as long as possible? Or do you think it'd be more on the nose if we just stealth the mission? Snatch and grab. Catching him off guard, I think, is the best idea, but it's not my rodeo.
Warlock is very skilled at what they do. Catching them off guard would be a difficult task. One of the best hackers I've ever known. Maybe even better than myself. Whatever means you have of tracing them back, they'll likely see you coming.
There.
I can fabricate something in a matter of... Give me a few minutes.
Sure.
Sure.
Make yourselves at home. And he turns and walks down the hall and sort of turns around a corner.
Every time he said death threat or whatever, Klaxon in the tank with his hands on the wheel, flicked the safety switch for the autocannon, closed the safety switch, clicked the safety switch, closed the safety switch.
Swin's gonna go on the comms and be like, "You okay out there, sweet cheeks?"
Fine. Good.
Oh shit, I'm sorry, that was for Klaxon. Good?
And you then switched over to Klaxon. Yeah, Roger, 5x5. Just don't like when people say that kind of shit to my friends.
This guy's good, I gotta say. He knows what he's talking about.
And you can feel the coming across it. Yeah.
I like him.
I do too.
Am I the only one that thinks he's a total dick?
I mean, he can be a total dick and you can like him still. I mean, like...
Is
He's
this all
doing his
comms now?
job.
I
Yeah.
assume so.
Group text.
Okay, and then Klaxon's like, I'm on the dick boat.
No, he's a dick, and I want to shoot him.
Oh,
I think he could be so useful.
I'd like to live in a place like this.
Could be, won't be.
You hear footsteps approaching, and he comes walking back around the corner, small object in hand, and walks straight up to Clarity and hands it to you. It is a, as you might expect, a small golden disc. He says, visually, that should do the trick of arranging the meeting.
Okay.
If once he runs any scans on it, though, he's going to know it's not the real thing.
Okay. Well, it was nice meeting you, Apollo.
Sorry, I just have one question before we
yeah.
go. Well, I have a couple questions. First question, why did you want him dead? He turned on you?
It's a long story. We had a
I
falling
still have
out.
2 fingers of scotch left, so I mean.
We had a falling out, and things get complicated when you work with family. It was me or him.
Yeah.
Brother? Son?
Brother.
And well, super bummed to hear about that.
It's fine. I thought he was dead until, well, recently.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, this will show up as a good thing on my permanent Oracle record. Would definitely like to keep working with you. You know, assuming I make this out alive.
If you accomplish this, I'll be in touch.
Cool. Cool.
I'm not really a part of their faction. Swin's going to hand over a card, their collective. If you ever need anything, I'm the person to get it for you.
He sort of takes it and sort of looks around, kind of with that, do I look like the kind of person that needs anything, but that wants to be polite, so he tucks it in and says, thank you, I'll keep that in mind.
Not just goods, information, people, sex, drugs, whatever.
I'll keep that in mind.
Impulse just stares at him. I genuinely don't like you.
That's fine. You don't need to.
Well, I'm sorry about my friends. We should go now.
Clarity, it was a pleasure meeting you. As with the others. Do be safe. And, lets you leave.
That was so cool.
Am I shooting him?
No.
Yes.
No.
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 That was so cool. Oh my gosh. And I'm like, I'm sure you guys can like tell because of my face, but I'm like freaking out right now.
You want a picture? I took a picture while we were there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's allowed.
Fair. I was recording anyways.
Same.
I'm sure he has something that will delete that.
Bug it out, yeah.
Anyway, who wants ramen?
Can we at least get Froyo?
Me, I'm fucking starving. I climbed up a cliff for this.
Oh, thanks for doing that, Choke.
I'm filthy.
Do you want to... Where's your bike?
Down the road.
Don't forget to hydrate. Your muscles will cramp if you don't, and you've got bananas in your cubby here in the tank.
I'll bring them to you. Just drop me off at the bike. Claxton, please. She'll give her a banana and a bottle of water and
a smooch.
Literally,
we're not there yet. We're not there.
Literally, there's a cupboard that's got like a punky graffitied skull and crossbones, and at the bottom in like Choke's old logo, Claxon has spray painted on Choke's old logo, and it says Choke's Snacks.
Yeah.
It's got the and so yes, he opens it and is like,
My best bud.
gives you bananas, closes it.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So y'all are gonna go after this like big bad guy. I don't know how much help I'm gonna be in that situation. I'm not like a fighter. I'm like a talker.
It's fine.
We have to talk our way in, though.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I'm thinking maybe I can do like recon for you guys elsewhere so that I'm not like in the line of fire.
Sure.
I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, I got you the appointment, and well, you know, once it's done, you could just come. You know, I'll come back, and I'm gonna trust you guys and what you're doing. You're smart, you know, independent people, and you don't need me to tell you what to do in the moment.
We already agreed to it. You don't have to kiss our asses. It's fine. We'll take care of it, and then you got us the appointment. Thank you.
Cool.
I'm sorry. I'm just in a really bad mood. I want to fucking kill that guy. Someone said Froyo. Froyo?
Froyo. Cool.
Yeah.
I need to shower.
I mean,
Is that an invitation? Can we get Froyo first?
Fine.
I think you look fine.
I'm covered in mud.
Froyo!
Don't think we have an option at this point.
Right.
We go get Froyo.
Okay. Pulling up on the
We're
motor.
getting ramen first. I'm not just. Do you know how much I have to eat to look like this?
I can assume a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Ramen to go on the way to Froyo.
We can get
Call
Froyo.
the ramen place, take out, swing by, get the ramen, go get Froyo, home.
I'm cool with that.
And totes, Rosie can hose you off if you want to. So literally, like a curtain, the bottom hatch opens up to be a drain as we're flying along, and Rosie hoses Choke down.
This has probably happened before.
Exactly.
I imagine this happens regularly.
Yeah.
Swin
Swin
is
just
trying
pass
so
out.
hard. Yeah, she's like trying so hard not to look, but she's like,
Swing gets a nosebleed, doesn't know.
yeah,
what-
oh yeah, 100%. Just
And Claxon has actually got like a glazy filter for Rosie because she's not autonomous. So he actually has to like go through the motions of having her spray,
Yep.
but he doesn't, you know, he's trying to be nice. So it's like I said, it's just like a frosted glass. So it's just silhouette of, you know, buff.
He's being nice. Choke doesn't care.
Yep.
Clarity's just sitting next to Choke while this is happening, just like yammering away about how cool it was meeting Apollo.
Swin's having an existential crisis. Clarity's having a chat. Impulse is doing something.
Impulse is on her media tablet. So I would like to use my hold from the beginning of the mission to connect this mission with one of my stories.
Okay. Right. And I remember
So
one of yours.
Fucker down.
Which fucker?
Apollo. He's probably the good guy, but he pissed me off.
Okay. Yeah, you connect it with which story? Because remember, we had the one with the human experimentation.
I think we're still on that one technically. So,
Okay.
corpse that are using humans inappropriately for experimentation.
Okay. So what does that advance your story clock?
It does.
Okay. Alrighty. Story clock advanced. Froyo and Ramen acquired. Choke bathed. You all are back at the workshop, hanging around, chilling, eating your food, having a few minutes to relax before you move on to the next stage of your mission. We don't have nearly enough time to get to that part. So are there any other scenes that anyone wanted to do before we call it for tonight?
Didn't Clax and I have a scene we needed to do? Because Clax...
Oh, yeah, you
rounded
guys
up?
Yeah.
Right.
Any ideas on that? I don't know if you guys thought about it in the interim.
I think I got something.
All right.
Uh,
Was it before? Is it now? Is it?
it can be now. Yeah.
Okay.
You like wander back to the van, and she's taken like a little tiny mini like sewing machine, and like she's sitting by your van, and she's got one of your coveralls,
Okay.
and she's still pissed off from before, so she's like muttering to herself, "Tell me what to do." She's just like running it through the sewing machine.
So, what's up?
Darling, you lost 10 pounds. This thing does not fit.
And in his head, he's thinking he actually lost muscle mass, not weight. but he's kind of like, cool, okay. So just taking it in a bit.
It's supposed to be a slim cut. Slim cut. Slim has cut.
So I didn't like that dude either.
We do what we can to get what we need, and then we destroy.
Hmm.
That's what I always do.
And Claxon is like all about it, but at the same time, he's totally scared because this thing is an AI and they're like magic. So, but he's kind of maybe. I mean, you think we can pull that off?
Who are you talking about?
The wizard that we went and saw at the end of the.
Oh, no. I was talking about the asshole in the white suit. No, he's going down.
Ah, yeah. I didn't like him either.
No. Oh, but yeah, the warlock, like, fuck him. He put a boom boom in her brain. I don't like that.
Yeah, he's got it.
Who would do something to our sweet girl? Like, what has she done? She's just, like, amazing.
I mean, you just back up to the eyes thing. So, she's the victim and a victim and a victim, and it's bullshit.
I know. Can you stand up? I need to make sure. I just want to get, like, the French cut, like, at the ankles. Just, yeah, thank you. Like, puts it on you. Like, get some pins.
So, when we get rid of the boom boom, then we take the mansion on the hill, destroy Olympus. I
I don't think we have to be that direct.
Oh, And he seems disappointed. He starts to slouch a little bit.
Well, maybe eventually, doll, but again, just we'll play his game. He wants to take us down indirectly. We'll do the same to him. He might have info, but so do I.
Those
There we
drones of his are top notch.
Do you want them?
And yes, but he doesn't believe that, I guess, how would he say it? Yeah, he laughs and he's like, our only chance is take them out. There won't be enough. If we don't frag them, I mean, maybe we'll look through the pieces.
Okay. I just mean when we utterly destroy him, you could, take it as a souvenir.
And yeah, there's that daydreamy, ooh.
Good. Now, I can let them out if you start working out with Choke again, but for now, that is how they fed.
The noodle centaur diet is,
Well. Really? You and Scoots? No?
No.
Well.
Buds. And then he gets a little bit of a look and he's like, but you met Chaz.
No.
You
Now or formerly?
Formerly.
But you want it to be now?
I
Go over in that.
Yeah.
And then you tell me what happens.
Maybe next time I go to get some stuff from him.
I mean, we always need stuff, right?
And then he's beat red. He's like the anime blushing, kind of thing.
Wear that. Go get stuff.
All right. And scene.
I think Swin's got to say goodbye to everyone at this point. Yeah. So, as we're kind of gathered around, Swin's just gonna be like, so, Claxton, glad you're not dead. Glad I could help with all of this. Clarity, Impulse, pleasure to meet both of you. You're both dynamite gals.
And Claxton does do this with he's like tries not to laugh.
We'll see each other soon, but I have some other deals I have to attend to at this point, and y'all have some storming the castle to do, right? Yeah.
Are you gonna say bye to Choke?
Yep. I think I left my bag up in your room, Choke. I'm gonna go get that now. She turns and walks upstairs.
Even Claxton shakes his head and nudges you like she wants you to go up there with her.
Okay.
Chappie Bot is just in the corner.
Even Chappie gets it.
Choke will follow her upstairs on the way, picking up a paper bag of something that she's bought earlier in the day.
Yeah, I think Swin's just like putting her things away that she brought, and she's got her bag over her shoulder. I didn't want things to be awkward down there. I don't know how much they know or you
No,
told.
it wasn't awkward at all.
Good.
Fine.
Yeah. So is it cool if I call you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Before you go, she just hands her the paper bag.
Takes the paper bag.
There's a bottle of scotch in it.
Oh.
I felt bad. Because I know you lost one, and I said I'd replace it, so. It's not great,
Yeah.
but gets the job done.
Yeah, maybe I'll save it for next time.
Cool.
Cool. I'm gonna go. Got a long trip back home. So I'll see you soon.
Choke is gonna grab her and kiss her.
Yes! Yeah, I mean, obviously Swing kisses back. Cool, yeah, no. Sweet, I'll call you soon. She runs downstairs. Be all right, bye guys. Have a good one.
And as Swin's leaving, he says, "Oh yeah, me and the gals will be fine here on the range," and then he plays "Happy Trails." Boom-ba-dee-da, boom-ba-dee-da. But you're already gone.
Yeah.
He's deflated.
He had it all queued up. He was ready, and he's like,
exactly,
"Oh, no."
exactly. And he tried to, make a joke, but
I think Choke is gonna
Classic
walk
bit.
downstairs and just be like, "You ran? Is that? Do they do that?"
It was a good run. She didn't want to screw anything up, so she got the hell out of Dodge as quickly as possible.
and then Klaxon starts playing Happy Trails again because you said got out of Dodge.
Fucking hate all of you.
You love us.
Hate you.
Love
To be
us.
around you. You hurt me.
No, that was Swin's job. Hey! No? Oh. Scratch
Not
that
saying.
reverse.
Not
Got
saying.
Uh, and with that, bellies full of centaur and ramen, heads full of explosive devices, we will call our session here for today as Swin goes jogging down the block to catch a cab.
That might be the most epic end cap you've ever done, Sean.
Thank you.
That was amazing.
All right, that was a good ending. Thank you. Thank you, LB, for joining us as our guest. I'm looking forward to bringing Swin in as a NPC in all sorts of future shenanigans and getting to deal with that awkwardness. I love me some awkward characters to play. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for us tonight. Thank you everyone out there for watching, and thank you to the rest of my players for being awesome. We will be back same time, same place next week, and we'll, I think, be wrapping up this mission, hunting down Warlock, getting clarity out of this bind, and seeing what comes next. Like I said at the top of the stream, we've got all sorts of games throughout the week. If you enjoy what you saw here today, come join us tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern time for Saturday night's Apocalypse. We will be playing, it's D&D 5th edition. We're playing the Prince of the Apocalypse campaign set in a post-apocalyptic version of the Sword Coast. Okay, very loose interpretation of the Prince of the Apocalypse campaign. Like, the skeleton is there. I've just done some things to it. There are zombies, there are aliens.
The maps are nice, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking? Oh.
I've looked at the maps. That's been about it. But yeah, so come join us for that. It's wild and it's fun. Sunday we'll be back for some Monster of the Week fun for Slang 101. All of us except for Morgan are in that.
They're in danger.
And we're in danger. That's at 4 o'clock Eastern time on Sunday, and rest of our schedules below, and you can see all the fun stuff we do throughout the week. If you're watching us on YouTube, head over our Twitch page, hit that follow button, hit it now if you are watching and you haven't done it already, because we really appreciate it. I'm not going to threaten you to do it, but do it. Yeah. Any other announcements or anything before we get going?
History?
History. Thank you. I always forget about that. End of every session, you guys pick someone who knows you better than they did before, and they increase their history with you. Let's run around. Or I guess somebody have one that just springs to mind. Otherwise, I'm gonna start calling on people.
I mean, I have ones that aren't for me, but should be pretty obvious between other characters.
Assist.
Oh, Swin and Choke.
Fair.
Yeah, I think I gotta go that route.
All right.
And then
So, those two
for
are done.
Klaxon, Impulse, since we're jiving over who we want to murderate.
That makes sense.
All right.
And I carry over, which means we need to do another scene.
Shopping. We'll do the shopping.
Right,
We'll go
because that was
shopping.
Klaxon's scene. Yeah, we need to do a scene for Impulse now. Okay, cool. Impulse, do you have somebody in mind?
I will say we'll give it to Choke. Because I gave her a hard enough time about all of this, so it just seems fair.
Fair.
You
All
roll
right.
over at
4.
4. Okay, I'm at 3.
Okay. Clarity?
Having a hard time decide this one. I'm gonna say Impulse knows Clarity better.
Makes
She
sense.
named your bomb in your head.
Yeah.
Called Boom Boom.
Yep.
Can't wait till we're done with that. All right. And then, I mean, like I said, we had the obvious one for Choke and Swin. Choke, if there's somebody in the main crew that you think that...
I was gonna say Impulse.
Okay.
Because she kind of gave her the 3rd degree. And Choke, while she didn't give up a lot of information, gave up more than she wanted to.
Your silence speaks volumes.
All
I don't
right.
know. She's
Tenacious.
Choke's pretty simple. I feel like Impulse can read her pretty well. So, yeah.
Okay. And you get the +1 with Choke Impulse. So that is history. We got a potential another scene for next time. Some others brewing in the works. So yeah, like I said, we'll be back next week. Thank you for watching, and until next time, good game and good night, Internet.